Inside Michigan Basketball is presented by Meijer.
Final non-conference game of the season for Michigan, at least until hopefully some madness in March. He'll try a three and knock it down. Every Wolverine who has played has hit a three tonight. Is it still sunk into you yet that we're going to go to LA for Big Ten play next weekend?
No, we're always headed to Iowa. It seems like that'll be a big change for us to actually go to LA and probably get your summer gear back out all over again.
Wolf a three to tie the record, and he buries it. Wolverines raining from deep. 19 triples to tie a program record.
You guys continue to work, hold each other accountable, grow. Your relationships continue to grow and build. Then this is going to be a heck of a ride these next 3 months, and we are going into a gauntlet from Big Ten, across the country, delayed flights, snowstorms, whatever. We have to be mentally tough, and we have to do it together. It's not going to be your night every night.
We're excited to get on the road, and obviously starting Conference Play 3, your first 4 on the road is a challenge, but we do think we are gifted fortuitous balance with the scheduling, having the LA trip during Christmas break. And so it's good timing. We feel like we're growing as a team. It gives us a chance to spend even more quality time together and see how much we can improve and how far we can take this thing.
Let's make sure we take care of the intangibles, being excited when guys make plays. If he sets a screen for me, be excited for him. Let's start making this energy contagious, because we can't come in here where I'm bringing the guys down. Every single one of us has a responsibility to add to this group and not subtract from it.
Let's go.
The phrase team building for us, every single day in practice, every day in the hotel and on the buses, we really cherish those things, and just think that when you have quality people that care about each other, just the getting to know each other better and spend time with different players, different roommates, it's just healthy for long-term relationships.
So we're going to go 4 sets of 3. We will hit a 1 RM here. If we're hitting 405 from the floor, we should be probably hitting 465 here. I promise you, this will feel good. You will feel strong in this position. It's in that top range. You will feel really good.
I'm super excited to go out there and represent Michigan out in LA. Obviously it's sunny Los Angeles, so it's something to look forward to. So I'm very grateful for the opportunity, and I know the team is very pumped to go out there and get there a few days before our game, get acquainted to the time difference.
I could not be more excited. Obviously it's a great opportunity, 2 new Big Ten teams, good challenge going out west, and timing's great, get a little nice weather out for about a week during our break, so I think everyone's excited.
We give them a lot of freedom and creativity to play and be the best versions of themselves and be who they are, and then get them to buy into the overall system with how the sausage needs to look like after it's made. You go through a 3-month season, and when you look at the mental fortitude and the physical health that goes into being good that long, it's extremely demanding. It's tough. Obviously, it's nice to win 3 games in 3 days or 4 and 4 to win a conference tournament. But if you can go through the grind of a regular season championship, it's extremely important that we're competing for a Big Ten regular season championship.
Let's put our chest on these guys tomorrow. They think they're going to back us down.
For just the 3rd time all-time, Michigan and USC square off in men's basketball, and it's both teams' 3rd Big Ten game and first of 18 straight, as these 2 teams and 16 others charge for the first ever 18-team Big Ten season.
Game's going to tell us early on what we're going to have. They're going to go with certain matchups. They're going to do this. They're going to do that. We're going to adjust, and we're going to live in our strengths. If we're pounding them with this, we're going to stay with it until they stop it. Let's make sure we respond the way we have the last couple days. We turned over 5 guys sprinting back to make a play. All right, let's go play good basketball for 40 minutes.
Right wing Wolf steps into a 3-ball, airborne, got it! Inbound Burnett, catch and shoot, right corner 3, yes! 5 for 5 from deep! Line drive, right wing 3, front rim, no! But a leaping jam, putback style! Wolf darts one inside, Golden finishes and a foul! Spinning into the paint, silky smooth from Danny. Michigan, a late surge to knock off USC 85-74.
Our ability to guard the ball and support each other. We talk about supporting each other in everything that we do every day in practice, supporting your teammates, loving your teammates, supporting each other, whatever that means a lot. We were guarding the ball, and we won this game because of our activity in the gap, supporting each other. We responded well to giving up that lead. Once again, we stayed together. Our the 5 vets that were in the game that did it, that's college basketball, man. The older, the group that's together. Now, we got another game in 3 days. The guys that didn't have their best performance tonight, next man up. We got to be ready to go. That's the beautiful thing about basketball, fellas. We don't have to wait a week like football. We don't have to wait 2 weeks like football. It is tomorrow we practice, another practice, and then we have another basketball game. All right, we got another game. Once again, feels good to be in first, fellas, but we're going to have to go out and earn it more. The Reds do it again tomorrow. The Reds do the next day. We're going to have to earn it again, even more at UCLA.
Inside Michigan Basketball is presented by Meijer, proud supporter of hundreds of local sports teams across the Midwest. Our conversation with the coach is brought to you by Meijer.
Welcome back to Inside Michigan Basketball, joined now by head coach Dusty May after a dramatic, I shall say, a stressful victory over the Trojans here, 85-74. Give me your opening thoughts on this performance and how you guys pulled it off.
Well, the game had a range of emotions. We played fairly well in the first half, came out in the second half and really played good basketball on both ends. And then because of foul trouble, because of some lineup combinations, we didn't play quite as well. They get back in the game, and I thought our defense really tightened up down the stretch. We played really determined, disciplined basketball.
Namari and Trey in the first half combined for 25. How important was that for those guys to come out and kind of set the tone for you?
Well, Trey injured his ankle this week in practice. I deep down didn't expect him to play in this game, and to see the performance that he just put on, to see him play with the defensive energy, he had a couple big-time deflections. He ran our team. I'm very, very impressed with Trey's performance tonight.
10 three-pointers in the first half, 0 in the second half. Talk about Danny and Vlad specifically in that second half, how they kind of took the game over for you.
They did. They're developing such great chemistry with each other. They're seeing so many different looks from each opponent that they're having to figure some things out, and we're anticipating what those things are going to be in practice. But those guys, because of their size and because of their unselfishness and intelligence, they're able to get us really good looks, especially at the times when the game slows down.
You had that 19-2 run to end the first half and start the second half. A lot of people here were probably thinking ball game. The Trojans, to their credit, come back and make this a game down the stretch. But the 10-0 run to kind of seal it at the end, what kind of team does it take to do that on the road in this kind of environment?
A poised veteran team, and that's what we have. When you look at our stat sheet, our 5 starters all performed at a high level. They made defensive plays, and they looked confident. They had the look of a team that's been in these battles before. These close games, hopefully, will pay that we had in pre-conference will pay dividends now. And on the road, it's tough, and you've got to be able to capitalize when you're in position to win, and we did that tonight.
How much of that is coming from you and your coaching staff, and how much of that is the guys you simply recruited?
Well, we throw a lot of stuff at the wall as a staff, so you never really know what works, but the heavy lifting is being done by those guys on the court performing in these tough environments, and I can't credit our guys enough.
All right, lastly, the Michigan presence here tonight. Can you speak to that a little bit? Because we knew when you scored.
Yeah, I was a little bit confused with about a minute to go when I heard the Go Blue chants, how involved and how many fans we had here. I can't thank those guys enough, those fans enough, because that was a difference. And when you look across the bench and you see the other team's players trying to get their crowd into it, and then you realize half the crowd is ours, it shows the power of Michigan and Michigan basketball.
Stay with us. More with head coach Dusty May after the break.
Right wing Wolf steps into a 3-ball, airborne, got it! 4 of 4 from deep to start.
Big Ten is a very great league. No team can be overlooked. USC is a great veteran team. And down the stretch, guys were poised, and I'm just super proud of my teammates and coaches, and I'm just happy we were able to pull this one out.
You guys made 10 threes in the first half, but in the second half, it looked like you guys made a decided attempt for you and Vlad especially to kind of take this game over. Just talk about that transition and that big run here coming out of the break and how that.
Yeah, I think the big message at halftime was they out-physicaled us, out-toughed us, and I think that we wanted to be the aggressors in the second half, and we did that by going to the paint and finishing with strength and power, and yeah, we went to what was working, and I'm just so happy that my teammates, we all really stayed together.
As you can see, this was an extremely hard-fought game. I feel like USC is very well coached. They have great players. I just feel like we were the tougher team deep in that second half, and I think that was the difference.
It deflects to Burnett, takes him without numbers, spinning, banking, missing, but a follow-up finish by Roddy Gale Jr. He jumped over Wolf, may have gotten a boost from him.
We were able to counter their runs and be able to not get complacent in where we were and when we had the lead. I know that we were able to kind of build off the lead a little bit, but even when they made their run, we were also allowed to stay composed and go on our run again.
No, it feels good. It feels good to come in unfamiliar territory and get the win with the guys. And, you know, we prepared for it. You know, we had 6 days between games or 5 days between games. So it was good to come out here and get the first one of 2 in L.A.
10 lead changes in the first half. You guys had that nice spurt at the end and then a spurt to start the second, 19-2 total. How key was that in the outcome of this game, even though they did come back again?
Yeah, no, it was very, very key. I mean, you know, it's always a game of runs. You know, it's an area we can improve on. When we get the lead, we can, you know, trounce them and, you know, double it. So that's something that we're very aware of. But at the same time, it was good to have those leads and, you know, further us to have a good edge at the end of the game.
When you have a team like this, older guys, you got a couple of young guys, these are the wins you want. These are the wins you strive for, especially trying to do something special like we are, trying to win the Big Ten. You got to go get games like this. So, I mean, it was fun.
You guys lost a few close games earlier this season. What can a win like this do as far as building, whatever it is, confidence?
I mean, you can sit back and dwell on those games. We lose by 2, 3 points, maybe 1 point. But those are the games we're gonna lean and fall on because we've been there before. We know how to react to certain situations. The game gets close, and we're able to fight back and withstand that. So I feel like we're able to fall back on that tonight and push forward. So I mean, I feel like that's a big step for us as a team, and we just got to continue to build on it.
Welcome back to Inside Michigan Basketball, joined by head coach Dusty May. Dusty, this is a week-long trip essentially, 2 games on the West Coast. Can you tell me how you guys laid it out, how you decided to attack this?
Well, we decided to come out a day earlier than normal because we're on break. We knew the weather would be great, but it's also such a unique opportunity for us to do team building together. We were already back from break, and you know, when you're out, especially across the country, the families haven't joined us yet. It gives us a chance to just spend more time with our guys, them to spend time with each other, and do some really neat team building type of stuff.
One of those unique things after dinner last night, Team Jeopardy in the ballroom, one of the funnest things I've been around in a long time. Whose idea was that, and did you kind of get out of that what you wanted to? The guys looked like they enjoyed it.
We've been doing that for a number of years. The staff created it, and there's a lot of collaboration, but up the week prior, Coach Church and Coach Gilbert froze out the rest of the staff, so we knew we were going to be victims of some of those questions. But it's a chance for the staff, players, support staff, everyone to let down their guard. We share some pretty intimate details of old Instagram pictures and whatnot, but just a lot of fun to spend that quality time with our guys. And actually had a couple of my breakfasts tell me this morning that was the most fun they'd had in a team function, so that was a compliment to the staff.
You said recently this team is better than it was 2 weeks ago. Can you dive into that a little bit and share some of that knowledge?
Well, you want to forecast and predict how everything's going to go and how it's going to be, and you can't. And so you get into the season, and the other teams force you to solve some problems, to figure out solutions, or you lose. And because of our guys being so intentional and together and determined to play off of each other, we just continue to get a little bit better. The turnovers are still an issue. Second half, we turned over the first 2 possessions. One of them was just a little careless, but if we can cut those out, we're a very dangerous team on both sides of the ball.
Dusty, thanks so much. Great
win tonight. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Up next, Brian Bush from the radio team joins us with a closer look at a key Wolverine veteran.
Welcome back to Inside Michigan Basketball from Los Angeles. From last year's team, only 5 players returned to Michigan men's basketball, 3 scholarship players, and just 1 starter. That starter, Nimari Burnett, who saw a ton of potential in his fit with Dusty May and this new staff.
A big part of me coming back was just getting used to Dusty May, getting used to his system, what he plans to bring for the team. Then individually, just wanted to put myself in the best position possible to finish my collegiate career off strong and go off with a bang. You know, I feel like we're having a great start to a great season. I just wanted to make sure I was making the very best decision possible.
So now, with what you know, the system, the fit, the personnel, has everything lived up to what you were hoping for when you made that call?
Honestly, it's been better. And it sounds cliche, but I'm super grateful for the personnel that we do have on this team. just the size, the length, the athleticism, the youth. I think it's a fun system that we all can be very, very special in. And I think fans have only gotten a glimpse of it as it continues to get better and better.
Does last year's performance as a team make this opportunity this season more special for you?
No doubt. Last year's season as a whole, obviously it didn't go well, but we took those things, especially the returners, me, Will, Jason, Harrison, and Ian, took those bumps and bruises, and we are super excited by how the things are going this year. And I think it was an important learning lesson for us coming into this year with this new group and, being voices of advocates to help the new guys and, kind of push back last year, leave it in the past and grow from it. And I think we've done a really good job of that.
Lastly, why do you think this team has been able to have the early success that it has had, and does it have the staying power to continue that in your eyes?
Yeah, I think we've had early success because we're all bought into trying to win. I think that's the first goal and foremost goal. And I think we have a lot of unselfish guys that want to play at a high level for each other, defensively and offensively. Like the things that we need to clean up, we're very aware of that, and we're working on it every single day. We're talking about it. And I think that communication, that buy-in goes a long way. For us to have a great rest of the season, I think we can be even better than we have been to start the season. I think we have a lot of potential.
Brian joins us now. Brian, Damari had 16 points tonight, but he does so much more than that, doesn't he?
No doubt. And in this game, Dusty May highlighted in a radio conversation, 9 minutes left, tie game at 63. It wasn't a 50-50 ball. It was maybe a 25-75 ball. Damari Burnett came up with a rebound in amongst several Trojans. He thought it was one of the keys of this game. Damari did plenty against USC. That was a big one.
One of the other veterans who came back is Will Cheddar. At the exhibition game at Little Caesars, I asked him how things were going. He got the hugest smile on his face and said, "Ed, I absolutely love this team." Can you talk about that impact and Will's impact on this club?
Yeah, Will's return was massive. Michigan obviously has a lot that runs through Danny Wolf and Vlad Golden. He provides a bit of a, to use a baseball term, change-up, right? His skill, his size, but still his speed, very impressive. I think he's a big reason why the culture is so good, why he likes it so much. He sets the tone. Terry on the radio calls him Mr. Energy. I like that nickname.
All right, Brian, thanks a lot. We'll see you Tuesday at UCLA.
You got it, Ed.
Coach Kim Barnes-Arico and the 23rd-ranked women resume Big Ten play December 29th right here in Los Angeles against 4th-ranked USC. Michigan played without leading scorer Silas Swords due to injury. The Wolverines had a trio of double-figure scorers. Jordan Hobbs led the way with 19 points. Greta Kampschrader scored 14, and Olivia Olson chipped in with 11. The Trojans opened the fourth quarter on a 12-2 run to pull away 78-58. Swords was back in the lineup on New Year's Day when Michigan took on top-ranked UCLA in nearby Westwood. The freshman scored a career-high 30 points to lead the Maize and Blue. Classmate Olivia Olson added 17 points, but the Bruins pulled away late, winning 86-70. The Wolverines host Ohio State Wednesday at Chrysler Center. Stick around. We'll wrap it up with a look at the Wolverines' renovated locker rooms. You won't want to miss it. During the offseason, the Wolverine locker rooms underwent a $10 million renovation, and they look completely different. The space is just spectacular, both functional and fun, and was done with a keen eye on sustainability, all made possible by the generosity of private donors. Among the amenities, a new barber shop. It's located all the way across the hall from that sterling locker room.
When you hear NFL teams, they have a barber shop in their facility, along with some NBA teams as well, but to get that in college is like something special for sure.
The Wolverines certainly love and appreciate their new space. We're going to stay in Los Angeles. Michigan plays at UCLA Tuesday, and then it's back home Sunday at 2 o'clock against Washington. We'll talk about both those games on our next edition of Inside Michigan Basketball. We'll see you then.
Inside Michigan Basketball is presented by Meijer, proud supporter of hundreds of local sports teams across the Midwest.
Let's go, Blue! Hail to the victors, hail to the conquering heroes.